got some out in Dallas, now I'm smelling like LA. Met a from Miami to the Machiavelli. Left the kids on the belly, left the vid on my celly. She ate like spaghetti, I'm hitting gas and Tretti. Met some killers in Memphis, like they from Oakland. Give me my flowers while I can smell them. Ain't talking about roses, literally I'm lean. Mix it like a bought it in Nashville. Then I woke up in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's sun, California, but nothing like Compton. It's more like Calistoga and it's hot as Arizona. I pop me up Fresno, hard colder than Minnesota in October. Don't interrupt, darling, I'm in the zone. Why does everywhere I go just remind me of home? You know that state of gold with the bed. Them other places come close, but they don't compare. Now I've been to New York, come on, Texas, yeah, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California. Cause there's no place like California. California, A-A-T-L-M-I-A-D-D-M-V. All reminds me of California. Cause there's no place like California. California, California. No place like California. Fresh off a flight to Boston. Got a BZ in Maryland that I pipe too often. Headed right to Austin, most likely flossing. Tight, exhausted, high as a forklift. Handful of goons out in Colorado. Any given afternoon, you can catch a hollow. Honestly, it's the same out in Richmond, Virginia or California. Either state, you can get it.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Bridgewater's Vikings going up against Roethlisberger's Steelers. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Tonight we kick off Week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Pittsburgh Steelers. They'll come out in the pistol. Again, we'll see the pistol here. To throw, Bridgewater. And complete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Bridgewater now on second down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
Ryan Shazier ran so fast at his combine that many people thought someone actually ran for him. He's a linebacker who ran sub 4.4, and he uses that speed to make plays all over the field.
A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the 1st quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Bridgewater now from the 50. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And all the way down to the 9. A big play there on the catch and run. 42 yards.
And depending on the type of screen called, especially when you're throwing it with one of your wideouts, it's different blocking. Sometimes you get great blocking from the other wide receivers helping you. And how about sometimes getting it from the offensive linemen who sell it like a regular screen pass and then get out in front of the receiver and help him get downfield.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Second down, Bridgewater. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Michael Pruitt, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. They'll come out in the pistol. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Fighting through. And oh, his first carry, he loses the football. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
Now McKinnon. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
One of the things that's really difficult for an offense is often identifying how to block a 3-4 defense. Well, when they're coming on a blitz, even more difficult. They're elusive targets and hard to hit.
Bridgewater now. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. That one goes for 24 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And now a first down following that long gain. First down, Bridgewater. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB. Bridgewater. And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect. And this remains a 13-0 game. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And the kickoff sails out of bounds, and that's going to be a penalty.
You can see the looks on the faces of the rest of the team. You have one job to do. Just kick the ball and play.
Well, that's exactly right, Charles. The kicker, this is just inexcusable.
Absolutely inexcusable. Everyone out there slugging it out for the entire game. Execute your job.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 18 on that one. And it'll give the Steelers a first down.
You don't have to be a finished product to show some pretty good glimpses of what could be in this league. And we just saw an example of it on that nice run there. When I looked at him coming out of college, I saw a guy with raw, terrific ability. I couldn't wait to see how it was going to be harnessed and polished up in the NFL. In fact, some people thought he could play a little slot receiver as well as run the football. This guy has the ability to be a big-time player with more seasoning.
And that's going to be incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's third down. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on third. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And that'll bring up a fourth down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good. But when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on fourth. And the D looking like they may blitz. Fourth down. Here's Roethlisberger. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. And he's got room. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And now out comes Minnesota.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, second down. Another pistol look here. A second down throw for Bridgewater. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Shaquille Riddick able to run him down for a loss of a yard. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Third and goal for Bridgewater. His pass caught at the 4. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kyle Rudolph, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Point after now from Catanzaro. And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
10 yards still left on second down. They come out here in the eye.
Here we go. Alert 3.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
This is caught by Antonio Brown. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first.
There's no doubt about it. That That's just one of the best connections in the league. Big Ben throwing it to Antonio Brown, and Antonio Brown has turned himself into such a player. A low-round draft pick.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense. One receiver left, 2 to the right. Halfback sent in motion. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. To throw again is Roethlisberger. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence. No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Bryant spread out to the right. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Man open left side is Brown. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Antonio Brown, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. And he puts it through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. McKinnon to start the drive. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
One of the beauties of a 3-4 defense is that you have flexibility with your linebackers, and you can put them in different spots. But one of the downsides is an offensive team is committed to running the football. You can get your big offensive linemen up on linebackers quicker, and it usually gives you an advantage in running it.
And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. So completion on second down, that brings up third. On third down, Bridgewater. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And the offense moving quickly to the line. So he makes the grab, and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line, giving them time to complete that first down pass.
On first and 10, Bridgewater. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. So pass interference, partner with all the rule changes. It is hard to be a defender in the pass game.
Brandon, is tough in college. It's a lot harder in the NFL. You can't touch them after 5 yards downfield. You can't touch them while the ball's not in the air. You can't touch them at all until the ball is at the receiver's hands. Very difficult to be a defender in today's NFL.
Red zone opportunity. So the chain gang now done for the drive. Ball on the 10, first and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Second down throw for Bridgewater. That's complete right around the 8. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Bridgewater from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete. Now Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. My goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you knock up too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Double tight. Hey, hurry up, let's go.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now it's Roethlisberger. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. And on the ground they go with a running back. And just a short gain that time. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It'll be a gain of 9. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you now to Orlando and our Tiburon studios, where Larry Ridley's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
It's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
He's going to look deep down the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's a bold strike right there, taking it downfield and putting some air on it. But how about the coverage? Able to get his hands across the receiver and bat the ball down.
Toss play to McKinnon. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. And the play clock becoming an issue, so Mike Zimmer's forced to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Easy, easy. Check 9, check 9.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that hasn't.
Now bad hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield.
And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. And the play clock becoming an issue, so Mike Zimmer's forced to call a timeout. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They come out here in the I. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On the toss, it's McKinnon. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
They'll try it with a fullback, Gronkowski. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense. They come up in an offset I. Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. One receiver left, 2 to the right. Here's Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's 4th down. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
And his kick here is good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. 2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. It's complete to Brown, right side. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Defense showing blitz. Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. They come out here in the eye. Here's McKinnon. And not much running room. Yeah. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Second down following the run. A second down throw for Bridgewater. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the 3rd.
These two. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Linval Joseph in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Wide open receiver complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quickly.
And his throw here's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. A fresh set of downs, and they're at the 1. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And they're able to run it in. It started with the battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Second down, Bridgewater. And Rudolph has it left side. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6.
Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That will be their third and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. That will be their third and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They run once more with McKinnon. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Offense needs 11. Have to think pass here on 3rd down.
Let's go.
They'll try and run with their fullback. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. And they'll try for it here on 4th. Bridgewater and company stay out there. 4th down, they're going. Bridgewater. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Steelers set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He's going to air one out. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12.
Let's go. Move 58.
Here again is McKinnon. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Peterson alone in the backfield. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So a costly penalty and now a tougher third down situation. Third and long for Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Riddick in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Here's Jacob Shum now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And they'll be set up with great field position as this is going to be touchdown right at the 40-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time, one play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the... And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They run it with McKinnon. 9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
Bridgewater here to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Play fake to Peterson. Now Bridgewater. He's going to float this one. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Shift together here from the D-line. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Green, the tight end, in motion. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. They come out here in the eye. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And they're going to speed things up here.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a